G'day everyone, RaidzeroAU, and had a birthday recently, and on the weekend just gone I had the opportunity to drive a race car at the Mel Sarah Motorsport Park. It's in South Australia, as you can see there. It's about an hour north of Adelaide. Fairly short track. There's a picture of me walking in wondering what the hell I've got myself in for. Sticking on a helmet. That's the car I was driving. It's a Ford V8. And there's me looking very apprehensive as I'm about to get in the car. Some final instructions. And this is from the onboard. One of the biggest problems one of the biggest concerns I had while I was doing this was I haven't driven a manual car for about 20 odd years. So I wasn't quite sure how I was going. At this point, just pulling out, I was just more than happy that I didn't stall the thing. So that's Tom up in the top corner there. He was my instructor for the day, or for my laps. I had 6 laps, so not a huge amount of time. The track is only just over 2 kilometres, so about 1.5 miles. You'll see a number of cars while I'm driving go past. We are sharing the track with a number of other drivers of varying experience and ability. Some of them will be on their first lap, some of them will be on their 10th lap. And mixed in amongst that, there are also some professional drivers taking people for hot laps as well. We'll see that later in the video. So first lap here, I'm pretty just getting used to the car and the gears and trying to remember the track. You'll see cones. I know the video's not the best quality, it is the onboard video. But there are cones out on the track. Those are used to mark out the racing line. This is the start-finish straight for race days at Mel Sarah. Come down into this corner here is actually quite a free-flowing corner there. Doesn't look like it while I'm driving, but it is can be quite a quick corner, that one. And then this is back onto the straight, pit lane straight. So this is the where we came out. On the left is where the cars were pitted. We've got some faster cars coming through again. You'll see him move his hand over to the steering wheel. That's to ensure that someone doesn't do something stupid like pull out in front of a fast car. So just having a few problems with the gears there. The speedo on the right hand side there is in kilometres per hour. So for those who are maybe used to using miles, these are kilometres per hour. So Mel Sarah is it's a fairly old track. It's been used over the years for touring car racing. That's now since moved away from Mel Sarah. Now moved into the city of Adelaide for the Clipsal 500. Well, actually, it's the Adelaide 500 now. Clipsal will no longer sponsor it. Being such a short track, I can only imagine, like, you put a full grid of cars on here and it's pretty tight. It's going to be Be an interesting spectacle, I think. Now, the gearboxes in these cars that we were driving were modified. The gearing was changed, so you only needed first and second to get out of the pits, and then it was only third and fourth that you were using out on the track. Starting to feel a little more confident by this point. One thing I can definitely say I learned from the day was the importance of braking. It might seem like a stupid comment, but braking is everything. Basically, you can put the accelerator down to the floor, but if you're not braking properly and getting the car set up properly for the corner, then your exit speed from the corner is just not there. We'll see a difference of when you can get the braking right a little later. So right now I'm thinking to myself, what's this car in front doing? I'd be more than happy to be by myself out there, having signed a waiver saying that I would pay the first $3,000 of any damage to the car. The last thing I need to do is do something to this car. I have to say Tom was really good though. Constantly talking to me. We had onboard communication through the headsets. Slowly getting faster as the laps went on. It was basically just a matter of getting comfortable with the corners, knowing what was coming up, knowing what the car was capable of, and the levels of grip on these cars is amazing. We're on full slick tyres, of course, so as you can see it was a bit of an overcast day. It was threatening to rain at points, but that would have made things interesting. I noticed I was coming off the accelerator a little bit too early as well. I was seeing the brake marker, but I was coming off the accelerator a lot before the brake marker, instead of just coming off and straight on the brakes. Missed the apex a little bit on that one. Of course, in the vehicle we have no, there is no speedo available to us. We have no idea how fast we're going. So it is interesting to see the speeds after the fact. And I can tell you that the 6 laps I had went in a heartbeat. Having spent many years having raced computer games, and those of you who have been with the channel for some time will have seen me doing some virtual reality racing. To actually experience it in a real car is just an absolute thrill. I reckon this might be my last lap here. Probably a pretty decent track for complete newcomers like myself. It's fairly, as you can see, it's fairly wide open. It's flat, but it is quite a technical track. There goes one of the guys doing the hot laps. We had it. Back into pits.
Thank you. Very good. Braking could do a bit of work.
It's all confidence, that's all it is. The more laps you do, the more confidence. It's a big thing to take in. You come out in the car that you've never driven onto a track, you know, and with 6 laps. So I think you did really well. I mean, you've driven a manual for how many years?
20 years.
Some of the best gear changes I've ever done. Honestly, I'm not telling you lies.
There's supposed to be a lot of people that have never driven it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Nah, well done, mate. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Put it there, mate.
Thank you.
Alright, and then this was the car that I was taken out in a hot lap, for some hot laps. So here I am in the passenger seat. The first thing I'm thinking is my exit of pit lane was not like that. So if memory serves me correct, I believe the name of the driver is John. I couldn't tell you his surname. I don't know how many laps he's done around this place, but he's done quite a few. Of course, the gearing in these hot lap cars are different. He's using a lot more gears, or he's using more gears than I was, so. Look of surprise on my face just was more about how fast he was going around the corners. That thumbs up there was just, he was asking if I was okay, and I'm like, yeah, just go for it, mate. one of the big differences that I noticed between when I was driving and when John was driving was just the pure cornering speed. Just getting the car set up and just maintaining speed through the corners, meaning obviously that by the end of the straight he's going a lot faster than I was. On the back straight he was probably about 20 k's an hour faster than I was. See how it was supposed to be done was just awesome. And they said to us that they would allow us to drive first. We would always do our laps driving first, and then we'd do hot laps afterwards, because they didn't want people going out and trying to recreate the hot laps. I can kind of understand why. I think you'd end up with a lot of people in the sand traps. And that was it. The end of those laps.
Amazing.
You like that?
Absolutely amazing.
You think I've done that before?
I think you might have done it a few times. Wow.
It's funny how people
I tell you,
say,
compared to my laps,
yeah, so I was a little bit quicker than you?
oh, just
par.
just a tiny bit, probably
Tiny
about,
bit. Okay, no problems.
probably about 2 or 3 times as quick, I think.
Hey, if I wasn't, I wouldn't be fucking getting the big money, eh?
Yeah, that's true. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you very much.
No worries, bro. Good to meet you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope you've had a response.
Alright, there's me getting out the car. So, that was a photo someone took as I was going around. It's an amazing weekend. Have to thank everyone involved with making it possible. I'll include a link in the description below for the website for the place, V8 Race. Anyone in Australia, they do it all around Australia. If you ever have the chance, highly recommend it. And yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed having a look at my weekend.